everybody, and welcome to the Venus Retrograde 30-day self-care challenge, day number 5. I hope you're all doing really well on this so far. And today is about decluttering a room or a workspace. This doesn't have to be a big space. It could just be a small cupboard, a little drawer. It could just be the area that you frequent regularly, which becomes very cluttered. We only need what is necessary. What we think we need right now is not always a reality, okay, or it's not always the truth. When Venus is retrograde, often we want to go out and spend, make everything look better from the outside so that we feel better from the inside. But the most important thing during this time is to actually work on the inner side. Now, everything that is around you, if it's cluttered, if any of you know Feng Shui, does affect you inside. So if you're working in a space where everything is a muddle, your head is very likely to be muddled. Now, every year we have energy changes, and with what are called the flying stars. And in every single area of your home, at compass points, a different star will land on the Chinese New Year, which is at the end of January. Now, there are positive stars and negative stars, and this can then affect the energy of your home. Now, most of you probably know about the Bagua, and you'd probably say, yes, well, the number 1 area means this, and the number 2 area means this. Like the flying stars go into these 9 areas, but it's very elemental as well. Okay, if you want to look up more about this, then you can find a lot on YouTube, on other channels, or on the internet. And I don't want to go into it in great detail. Just that each year the energy will change. So the rooms that you frequent the most may have a negative or positive effect, or more so each year. And that is depending on the star that resides there. So, for instance, the 5 star is a very negative star, and it is all linked to misfortune and loss and things going wrong. And say, for instance, this is in the area of your front door of that particular compass point, then you just opening and shutting the door all the time is going to activate the star. Now, these stars are only activated when we activate them with energy, okay? So if a negative place is in a space that you really don't use anymore, then you may as well just keep it shut and not use it. Obviously, just using it once in a while isn't really an issue. But if you're constantly in that space, sleeping there, working there, you know, if it's your kitchen environment, then it can really have an adverse or a positive effect. So obviously, if you're working in a space where it's a really positive energy, then that's going to be the best place to work. But let's just add in here, if there's a lot of clutter there, there's a lot of mayhem, and you're constantly clearing through clutter, there's blocks anyway, then even a positive can have a negative. Now, if you are in a working space and it's a negative area and I've told you to go and work through it and clear it, that actually might activate more negative energy. So then it's really important to look for different cures that can help. Now, because it's elemental, different elemental cures will work for or against those energies. So one place to deplete an energy, it may be better to put some metal in that area, or to put some fire in to enhance something. But this would be something you need to look at, because I'm not actually doing this to go through the whole Feng Shui. All I'm wanting to get across is that everything in your house can have an effect on, you know, how you live, where you work, where you sleep. The positioning of everything can really affect your whole mindset. And if you are in lack, you're probably likely to have the fullest wardrobe of everybody. Even though you feel like you haven't got anything, you've probably got more stuff in your home than those that have less, okay? Or who have more, sorry. The thing is about trust. It's trusting that you have enough, that you are enough, okay? So this exercise is about understanding what you really, really need. What is actually necessary? Everything can be replaced. If you are constantly shopping all the time, if you are kind of filling up your space constantly, it's because you are feeling you haven't got enough. And what is in your outside world reflects what is going on inside, okay? What we think inside, what the way we feel is what we get back in a reflection. Okay, so today, go and look around your living space and really look at the areas where things are dumped. You know, there's often a dumping table where everything goes on. And if somebody is very negative or is in lack, you'll probably find that those people will be the ones dumping things in certain areas that you would prefer to be cleared if you're trying to clear. This is something that I've really, really noticed in my own environment. Because I understand where the flying stars are, where I understand where the negatives are, you know, I watch every month because actually they change every month, or there's added energies as well every month, so you might want to go into that detail. It's very similar to astrology or numerology. You know, there's never just one number, never just one energy. Everything is moving all the time. So when I discover a negative area and I kind of add the cures and I clear it and look to really not be using that throughout the month if I have to, or move my workspace, what I see is those around me who are in lack always dump stuff in that area, always put things that are not meant to be there. So for instance, if I'm trying to stay away from reds and fire elements, somebody will leave something of a red colour in that area, or just put a load of, just keep using it and moving things around, okay? So start becoming aware of that, because all of this journey is about being aware of everything and starting to, you know, really looking at the little details a little bit more and giving yourself time. So take one thing, that's all you have to do, and clear it, and then tick it off your list and say to yourself, I did that today, and really, really give yourself a pat on the back. And doing that will actually motivate you to do something else, because once you've cleared a whole area, you will start feeling the energy lift. So be aware, before you even start cluttering, go and stand near whatever it is. If it's a drawer, sit near the drawer for a while, just kind of look at it, really start connecting with how you feel as you're staring at it, okay? Does your body feel uncomfortable? Do you feel irritated? If it's a big room, it's a lot easier. If it's an untidy space, you know, an old closet, go and stand inside if you have to, and just really connect with how you're feeling about that. Then go to the task to actually empty all of those things, and then really connect with how that feels afterwards. Now, I know when I finish clearing and moving things and doing what I have to do, and I do everything energetically anyway, and I'm doing it very intuitively, and you can do, I really do feel a lift around the home. And I just have to keep it, you know, it's about keeping it constant. Everything has a place. Everything has a purpose, all right? Consider those words. And so everything in your home, every piece of furniture should accommodate something. And if it doesn't accommodate something, then what is it there for? If there is a piece, an item on a shelf, ask yourself, what is its purpose? What is it there for? Are you only keeping certain things because you feel guilty because it was a gift? Now, if it was a gift and you love it, that's different, because it's going to enhance your happy thoughts, okay? Because you want it in a space you want to look at. Maybe it's enhancing the decor. That's a purpose in itself. But if it's just something that has just been laying there, and every time you go to take it away, you think, oh, well, I better hold on to it because what if I haven't got one in the future? What if I need it? Then ask yourself, have I used it in the last 6 months? If the answer is no, ask yourself, have I used it in the last year? And keep going back and back and back. Ask yourself, when was the last time you actually used this? And if you didn't have it, is it replaceable? Is it likely that you would use it in the future? Okay, so this is a really, really good exercise. I hope you enjoy it today. Please record your findings, what you get, because it